You know, you're gone for 550 days, 15 months, 16 months, and you land back here in Thailand. And I don't live well without a good shop set up and knowing where my tools are. But I can't even find the tools that I need to fix the other tools that are broken. And when we're done looking at the shop, I want to tell you how I keep my sanity when I'm dealing with stuff like this. Big challenge for today is to get this shop cleaned up. Oh my. We built this shop at the end of our building, 5-story building that we've got here that we live in, and it becomes a junk collector. I mean, look at my Jeep, CJ7 Jeep, and in the back, it just collected junk. We painted this Jeep, got it all fixed up and left it here for sale, and yeah, the girl that was going to sell it didn't sell it, and so anyway, so it just collects junk. It just fills up with stuff, eh? Look at this, we've got old air conditioners and old cupboards and boxes of books and kids' toys and stuff. I mean, we just got stuff here. So we're going to grab any tools that use electricity and turn them on, see if they work or not. A lot of them don't, and sometimes it's just a wire or whatever. Nothing has a blade on it anymore. So we're going to just do the basic stuff. I bought the tank of gas for my welder yesterday and got it set up, and now I've got to just clean the rusty wire off the outside of the spool, and so that, you know, yeah, it'll be able to wire feed like it's known for. And yeah, we park our bikes in here. There's Maddie's bike, and here's my bike. But we've developed a lot of professions here, okay? So there's air conditioning stuff over there. We've got the tanks and the gauges and all that kind of stuff to install air conditioners. And so that's why we end up with a bunch of broken air conditioners sitting around. We've got steel working tools. We've got a drill press and a chop saw, a steel bench that I built there, and a vise that the jaw's broken on it. So what do? You buy a whole new vise. And the welder. We've got a little stick welder in there in the cupboard. But, you know, not a lot of stuff, and a couple angle grinders, you know. And then for wood tools, I've got a table saw that I made myself. You stick the skill saw right up underneath it, and works that way. And also the router, you can bolt the router up underneath it and use it for shaping. There's, I think, 4 or 5 air compressors here. Well, I can see 3 right from here, 4 right from here, and maybe one of them works. I don't know. They're all good stuff, but we just need to do some fixing. Block and tackle on a beam for pulling Jeep motors, of course. So yeah, so today I'm going to round up all of our students, and we're going to just dung this thing out. There's going to be a load go to the scrap dealer, another load go to the dump, well, maybe several loads, I don't know. And yeah, so I notified everybody last week, and I said, if there's anything in here that you want, you come and get it now, because everything else is going today. And yeah, nobody came and got anything. This is our cleanup crew for today. We are going to dung this place out and bring all the junk from all around the building, and we're going to put it right out here, and then we're going to sort it and decide what we keep, and well, we don't keep anything.
No, we
just keep you
get
guys.
rid of it.
Yeah. All right, on your mark, get set, go. You just never want to throw anything away that you might be able to fix. So we'll keep this one.
Here. Oh, wow. This is a feast here. You can't get this anywhere else, or can you? Sometimes.
I've got to get this welder going. I can't live without a welder. There's too many things to fix. And then, you know, when you need something, you just make it. So the wire wasn't feeding very good. It was feeding really slow, really sluggish. So I changed the liner in the stinger, and now it seems to be flowing okay. But then the gas wasn't coming out. You could hear the valve working, you know, and all that kind of stuff when you pull the trigger. But there's no gas coming out. Well, I found that this hose here is just so brittle. It's just like mash. So we'll stick a new hose coming into the back, of the welder out to the where it connects with the stinger, and I think we'll be good. I think I've got a piece here somewhere. It's like surgical tube. Found it on something else, so I think it'll last forever. We've got a welder again, so we are in business. And we use straight CO2. It is about, 360 baht for that. So it's about 12 bucks for a refill. Yeah. Well, it's looking really good, and it looks like there's hope that we'll be able to work and fix things and maintain things. But one more thing, before my wife and I got on a plane to come back to Thailand, we knew that we were going to find things in disarray. And I want to tell you how to make it through that with a smile on your face. Now, we were pleasantly surprised and blessed that our kids had our truck running, had a new battery in it, had it fueled up, licensed on the road, had our bedroom clean, didn't check the air conditioner, mind you. We got in, turned on the air conditioner, we're so stinking hot, and it doesn't work. So it took a couple days to get that fixed. But here's the thing I need to share with you. Before we came, we decided how we were going to attitude this thing, right? And there's 3 or 4 things that are really important. First of all, we knew that we were coming back to a state of some level of disarray in our home and our vehicles and the ministry and that kind of thing because of all the lockdowns. Everybody's been really busy. We haven't had a maintenance team here for probably 2 years. We've got 2 5-story buildings that we have to look after and all these vehicles. So we know it's going to be rough. So the thing is, we said, okay, here's what we're going to do. Instead of being surprised by how bad something is, unexpected, we're just going to take it in stride and say, you know what, this is what happens when you're gone for 16 months. And we're going to approach it one step at a time and get things fixed and get things up and running. So we've been here a month out of quarantine now, and things are looking really good. We've got our living room back last night for the first time. We ate in our dining room. We've got our kitchen set up again. Yeah, it's great. A lot of renovations. But the second thing is that it's nobody's fault. And this is when you approach things that are need repairs or whatever, it's nobody's fault. My little granddaughter told me the other day, she said, yeah, I was sitting in your living room, Grandpa, right beside your motorbike, because we keep the motorbike in the living room, so it doesn't disappear while we're gone. And she said, this big rat, his ugly tail touched my hand. And so, it's the rodents and all that stuff that just moves in. And so you're not going to blame anybody. And so think of that in the first place. It's nobody's fault. A lot of times, a lot of people have a different standard of excellence than you and I do, or a different standard of integrity. They borrow things, and I'd spent 6 hours cleaning my paint guns because somebody used them for spray painting and not clean them, just left the paint in them. I had to boil them in water, soak them in paint thinner for a night and a day. And then the third thing is that, what was the third thing again? And the third thing is, we're going to have fun doing this. We get to repaint things, make them look fresh and new again. We get to rebuild things and make sure things are running good. I mean, my welder needed maintenance for a long time, and you just don't get to it. You just keep welding as long as the thing's working. Well, now I've gone over the thing and cleaned it out. An amazing amount of dust in there. Couldn't believe it. And then, maybe number 4 is I'm going to eat this beautiful mango this morning. So when you're facing something like that, in fact, in everyday life, don't blame anybody, right? Don't be discouraged. Don't be surprised by how bad something is. And just be happy and have fun doing it and take it one step at a time and keep your sanity. And so for us to land back here, being kind of like the patriarch and the matriarch of the ministry, and everybody's excited to see you. The hugs and the stuff is just so wonderful. And you want to carry just such an excitement with the wherever you go, whoever you meet, whoever you talk to, you want to be that person that just lifts them up and encourages them. You can't do that if you're disappointed, you're surprised by how terrible everything is. You can't do it if you're blaming people for things that went wrong and you're complaining and griping. And you can't do it if you don't appreciate and love the whole idea of renovating and making things better and making things new again. And I want to say thank you to all the amazing people that actually gave Terry and I finances to be able to do this renovation when we got back. We knew we were going to have to do a lot of stuff. And, you know, it's just a really blessing. So many of you gave towards that over the summer, gave to us over the summer. And we've been able to apply that. And then the last thing is, just be fun to be around, okay? Eat mangoes. Go eat Thai food. Oh, man, there's some stuff. In fact, Ning, one of our dear administrator ladies, brought over some pat grapao, basil fried pork yesterday. So I'm going to have that for lunch today as soon as we're done church online. Okay, so keep it happy and have a great week. And some of you are wondering how we get this really cool foggy lens effect. There's fog on the lens. Because the camera's been in the air-conditioned room all night, you bring it outside, it's so humid out here, well, it's raining. It takes probably about half an hour for the cameras to catch back up to the regular temperature and humidity so that there's no more mist and fog.